Hello and happy Wednesday. Today we are welcoming Mallory from the Backyard Bar Co. onto the Busy Bride podcast. The Backyard Bar Co. is a mobile bartending service based in Lehigh Valley that travels to wherever your wedding is located. They create the most delicious drinks with the cutest details and decoration, and they run it all out of a very unique place that you'll have to listen to find out. I'm so excited for you to listen to this episode. But before we get into it, if you're a listener of the show and you haven't clicked that little follow button, I would love if you would tap that right now so you don't miss any new episodes because there's a lot of wedding gold coming your way, including this episode with Mallory. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Busy Bride podcast. I'm your host, Gabriella Marie, and I created this podcast to help you research vendors and learn valuable advice as you plan the most special and true to you wedding day of your dreams. Let's get started. Hello, Mallory. Thanks for coming to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I'm super excited to chat with you. I worked with the Backyard Bar Company in 2022 for the first time, and it was amazing.
Yay.
So I'm really excited to talk to you about the cool, unique aspects of your business and why some couples would be super interested in having you guys at their wedding. So to start out, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I already said your name, but why don't you say your name again? So your business name, where are you based, and which areas do you serve?
Oh, awesome. My name is Mallory. I am the owner of the Backyard Bar Company. We are based in Lehigh Valley, and I honestly will go all over within mostly reason, but I don't mind traveling. I enjoy it, and I'm always looking for new places to post up.
That's awesome. So, Backyard Bar Company, can you explain what that is? Describe what your business is, both physically, what you show up in, because that's really cool, and also what you do.
Of course. Yeah, no. So we are a mobile bartending service. We have a 1976 horse trailer. It's converted into a mobile bar. We roll up in that. We get to serve our drinks out of there. We get to sometimes, so we're bartenders. We just happen to have a really cool spot to serve it out of. And also, we do have a satellite bar that we can set up as well if you don't have room for a trailer or don't want the trailer, or depending on your venue or wherever you're at, we can just show up ourselves and decorate it just as pretty. So we're just traveling bartenders.
That's so awesome. I worked with you guys when you had the trailer there, the horse trailer, and it was so cute. And you decorate it so well. And I know that sometimes florals from the day can be decorated around it too, so you guys can work with the florists there. But I didn't know that on the days when you don't bring the trailer, you can also decorate the space yourselves.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people see the backyard bar and they're like, horse trailer, we want that, and which is awesome. It's so fun to decorate that and to have something different at your event. But yeah, we can show up wherever we are and still bring the uniqueness, the everything that we offer, and decorate it just like we are doing the trailer.
That's incredible. So talk more about the uniqueness of what you offer, what you do as a mobile bartending service.
Yeah, so I think the uniqueness that for mobile bartenders is, especially for us, we put in so much thought into your event. We listen to your ideas, your wants, your needs, trying to get your vision and adding our twist to it. So based on your drinks and your theme or, wedding or barbecue or birthday party, bridal shower, anything, we take into consideration what you want. Adding our own little twist in, we make our own syrups. We dehydrate our fruits, which is better for the environment. We have agave straws, which are so good too. They're not paper straws, but they have that sweetness to it. And, everybody's always like, oh, these are so cool. And yeah, basically just being able to bring everything and take the stress off of your day. We bring everything but the alcohol. So that means the ice, the cups, the straws, the decor, the napkins, anything backup we might need, all your mixers, your garnishes, any little kind of fun things to add on to your day. And it's actually super fun to see how creative you can get with the couples. Um, and then watching them see it for the first time when they show up and they're just like, this is it. This is what we wanted and more. So that's really fun.
Truly amazing, everything that you guys do and everything you bring to the table. I love the dehydrated fruits for better for the environment. The agave straws, can you tell me what those are?
Yeah, so it's just agave. It's agave formed into a straw, and a when you're drinking from it, you can have multiple drinks with it, so it's not falling apart as you're drinking and enjoying your beverage.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Everybody should have agave straws because I
yeah,
love agave syrup. It's like a nice alternative to honey, different flavor.
yeah,
Um, and I didn't know they could be in straw form.
yeah.
That's
It brings a little
so
sweetness to your
cool.
drink too. So
Totally.
yeah.
Yes. And I want to enhance the fact that you guys decorate the drinks. Like the drinks are so cute. I to this day one of my favorite detailed pictures from a wedding is from when I got photographed with you guys. The bride was kind of like holding her drink off to the side and it had this like it had the agave straw with some sort of like diamond thing
Oh
attached to
yes.
it and yes, and there was decorative, like probably some sugar around the edges of the cup, and it's a really cute cup. So it's a fun experience, just like the design of the drinks, let alone the drinks themselves.
Oh yeah.
And I
That's
know, yeah, I was gonna say that wedding, you the Backyard Barco had come up with a custom like drink flavor for the
mhm.
couple. So can
Yeah.
you talk more about that too?
Yeah, so we try to do different things again. So sometimes we have ice cubes where we can put florals in it. Edible, of course, so nothing's bad as ingested or anything. But yeah, I mean, we don't just get regular cups too. We have different types of cups for different types of events. But yeah, the decorations, the picks that we can put into the drink to bring up that type of event. So having a bridal shower or baby shower, you can do like little rings or those diamond picks that we have. It just sets it aside from your just average, drink. So it kind of brings it more to life, and you're just sipping on like you're like I don't even want to drink it because it's so pretty. But yeah, a lot of that detail goes into making our cocktails and our mocktails. To be honest.
So you do mocktails as well, like you can do like alcohol-free drinks.
Oh, absolutely. We try to have as many options as possible because not everybody's a drinker. And we don't just do weddings or, we've done birthday parties for kids. I know that sounds silly, but they like to have fancy drinks too. And they're like, oh, look, we're drinking, we have something like this. And it's like a fancy cup and it's pretty. And, they get their cute little pics too. But yeah, we do a lot of mocktails and have tried to have a mocktail version of the cocktail version. Um, that way it's easier. Sometimes, like I said, people don't always want to drink and they want to be able to enjoy the experience too. So, yeah, we do have a lot of mocktail options as well.
That's really cool. I love that so much. And
Yeah,
there's sometimes there's pregnant guests at weddings. I feel like oftentimes there are just because
exactly.
that stage of life,
Hmm.
marriages, babies kind of tend to happen close together. So
Yeah,
that's a great option that they can also enjoy the delicious drinks without the
yeah.
alcohol, get their cute little picture too.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have to just worry drink about drinking soda or just water. Which even we do offer a really cute hydration station too. So it's like cute little water, cute little iced teas or lemonades, a separate. Like yeah, it's fun.
So everything is cute, is what
Yes,
I'm hearing.
everything is very cute. Yeah.
It's a very cool way to customize your wedding and add a unique touch to the day, and I feel like it's details like that that your guests are gonna be wowed by, and
Yes.
that's like what they're gonna take away from the day. Like, whoa, like cocktail. There's this really cool horse trailer. They're serving these really cute drinks. They
Hmm.
were so delicious. Like that's kind of one of the memories that your guests are gonna come away with. I feel like I hear that music and food slash drinks are the biggest takeaways for guests from
Yes,
weddings.
absolutely. I feel the same way. I mean, I'm a foodie, so I love. I think having a good aspect on food is so good, and then even hearing like what kind of foods that they're having to see like if the drinks are going to match, you know. uh, like I said, a lot of consideration goes into their day. So yeah, based off of like what they want and food truck wise, or what else that they have there, snacks and stuff, what'll complement each other.
That's awesome. So, can you talk more about like the background of your business? I know there's been a shift recently.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. When did Backyard Barco start, and what's going on right now?
They started back in right after COVID. And I recently just became the owner in November 29th, not counting days or anything. But yeah, I was so lucky to work with them, and kind of just got to the point of just falling in love with what they've done, and how working events, seeing everybody so happy and so excited to all the details and everything that goes into it. Um, and the opportunity became uh, real life, and I was able to purchase it and continue on with it. And I'm so excited. So yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats. Big deal for you.
Thank you so much. Yes, very, very big deal. Like my family and I were just so excited to see where this goes, and we're always up for an adventure.
And I'm sure you're going to have lots of adventures with this
I'm hoping
business.
so. I'm hoping so.
Amazing. What is your favorite part about the business? Like, what's your favorite part about the Backyard Barco?
Honestly, this might sound cliche, but my favorite part is actually communicating with the couples about their event, and hearing how excited they are, or even sometimes just feeling like, kind of almost hearing them stress a little bit, but then being like, all right, I feel so much better about this. And, the stress the amount of work that you do that takes off of us. Like I said, we bring everything but the alcohol, and then we even help you order kind of the amount of alcohol you will need. So we're really just get it sent to where it's going, and we're there. We bring everything else. You don't worry about it. But yeah, honestly, coming up with drink ideas and listening to them talk about their visions, and what they like and don't like, and how we can add our twist into it, as well, so that way they're still surprised when their day comes. So that's probably my favorite part.
That's really cool. I think that sentiment is shared among wedding vendors,
Mm.
just because it is such an exciting time for the couples, and as a service provider, we are able to take something off of their plate for the wedding day so that they can be present and enjoy the day and have one less thing to worry about.
Yeah.
So I can vouch that it's a cliche for a reason. It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
It really is cool to talk to all these couples and help them on their wedding day. That's
Yeah, and
awesome.
then seeing them actually on the day, and having it all set up, like even like just having the spot that the venue might have for us without the trailer, having that set up as if the trailer were there, and like just seeing everybody's face like, yes, this is what I wanted, and this is everything and more. And they're like so excited to see the little details that go into everything, even the decorations. So it's really cool. It's fulfilling at that point.
I can definitely see that for sure. And
Yeah.
it is a really cool sight to see the horse trailer in the in
I
the
know.
yard.
Yeah, it is. And people are like, "Oh, this is so cute." And then, even with it's not decorated, everyone's face is like, "Yes, this is so cute." And then you decorate it and they're just like, "What is this? This is amazing."
Yes, definitely. It is such a cool addition to the wedding day for sure. I'm
Yeah.
like truly such a big super fan.
Thank
That's
you.
why I'm
Hey,
like,
I love
this
it.
is awesome.
Thank you.
Of course. So, why don't you talk about like the different packages you offer? Like what do you do for wedding day? Yeah, just kind of go from there.
Yeah, so kind of we offer everything's customizable. We do a beer and wine package. We have a beer wine, you could add 2 ingredient drinks package, which is kind of like the cocktail pour. You kind of get up to 5 mixers, 3 different liquors. Um, and then we have like a mimosa bar you could do. As I mentioned earlier, we have a hydration station. So something simple as like setting up the water, and like a small like bridal shower or something. You have your waters, your iced teas if you want, or lemonades. And they're still just as dressed up as, your normal cocktails and mocktails. In every package, you can add your specialty drinks. So you could add like a margarita, you could add a mule, um, mocktail and cocktail versions. But yeah, you get to kind of add in everything, and we send out a bunch of, not a bunch, but we send out questionnaires to kind of help narrow down what exactly you and your guests are looking for. And at the end of the day, your guests the most, so we listen to that, and we try to, help you save as much money as well. I know times are tough sometimes, and you know, it's sometimes it's easier to be like, all right, I'm having a hard time, I want it all, and you're just like, I want to come to your wedding, I want it all too. But to help you understand a little bit, like, think about your guests, think about what you guys want. And if you're having a lot of guests or a small amount of guests, you kind of base it off of that as well, because you don't want to have an over amount of options. Everybody will be standing there and be like, what do I want? So we try to help narrow it down for you to what's best for you and your guests.
Yes, and I can totally see that too. When my boyfriend and I go out to dinner, we like places with smaller menus because the small menus are the good menus.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
is done well.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So having a limited menu is oftentimes a good thing because everything is done to the best of your ability, for sure.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah.
So is there something that you guys do that brides may not be aware of? I know you talked earlier about helping them decide which alcohols and how much alcohol to order. Can you
Hmm.
talk more about that?
Yeah, so we kind of try to understand what they want. um, you know if they want tequila and gin and vodka, we kind of ballpark, like, okay, well, do you want like a spicy margarita? Do you want to do a sweeter one? What kind of options do you want to have? So we try to, based off of their liquor choices, we try to base off their other drinks as well, to kind of what's going to be best for all three. So that way you're not spending so much money, and going into that. Because somebody, just because somebody wants, one person might like a margarita, you might not want to order all this tequila for one person. So we try to have many options too, what could go well with tequila, for somebody who might not necessarily drink it all the time, but to kind of coat it a little bit. So yeah, we just kind of try to ballpark and spitball back and forth, like, ideas, and kind of let them know, like, their ideas are great and listen to, and we're going to do our best to make it come to life for them. But yeah, we just kind of listen to what they want and try to make it as functional as possible.
That's awesome. It's so great that you guys are able to customize everything so much to each wedding because like you said, it's not just about the couple, it's also about their guests and
Hmm.
how much their guests drink, kind of what their guests like. Because every family is different, every friend group is different.
Yes.
Um, and especially when it comes to something like alcohol. So
Yeah.
that's really cool that you do that.
Yeah, I think it's really beneficial for them. Because to also have somebody be like, all right, well, what if we tried this way, or we did something like this, and they're just like, I didn't even think of that. That would be, like I said, it takes the stress off of them to know that that type of stuff is handled and it's going to be beautiful. And then we kind of, like we said, we get to know the couples, so they might have pets, so we might be able to name their drinks after their pets, and make it really cute. People walk up and they're like, we want the Rufus, or we want the Duke, and it's fun to go into it, and watching these people order their drinks, and yeah, so that's fun.
That's so cute. I
Yeah.
love that idea. I love when couples bring their pets into the wedding with
Yeah.
like pet names for drinks or like the
Hmm.
napkins have a little drawing of their pet on it.
Yes, yes, yeah. That's the
Love.
type of stuff that we do too. We, like we said, we put into the detail of everything, and they're like, oh, this would be really cute. So it's to add it on and to see their face, like, to have a pic of the dog's name or the initial or something silly, and but memorable, and it's really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a frequently asked question that you get from couples when they are inquiring with you guys?
Um, every couple's different, so I mean, a lot of people want to know about the trailer, and I think people, a lot of the questions that we do get asked, though, I will say, is that do you bring the alcohol and how do you know how much? And it's like, no, we don't bring the alcohol, but we help you figure out how much is going to be needed based off of a calculation. We always calculate a little bit extra just in case, you never know. But yeah, so I think that is, do we have to order it? What else do we have to do? And it's just like, we pretty much do all the back work. Um, but I think a lot of people, that's one of the main questions asked is, what else? How do we know how much to buy or purchase? And, what else do we need to bring to make sure we bring? And it's like, nope, we take care of everything. You just have the alcohol delivered to your wedding, and we'll take care of the rest. So
That's incredible, and probably is a wonderful sound to a busy bride's ear to hear that that's all they
yes,
have to do, and they show up
yes.
and it's an incredible bar with all these cute decorations, and they
Yep.
just need to get the alcohol.
Yes. Yeah, it's really honestly it. I mean, you think about it, even just getting the ice itself and having to lug it around and make sure, nobody wants to do that. So, but we do. We want to take
Yes.
care of that for you, and even that we calculate how much ice we're going to need so you don't run out. And it's such a less stress reliever for them to know that that's all being taken care of.
Amazing. Is there a type of wedding that you serve most often? I know when I worked with you guys, it was more of like an intimate backyard style wedding, so plenty of space for the trailer. But yeah, is there a common wedding that you guys serve?
Honestly, out of all the ones that I've done, they're all different. I can't, I think that we could do a lot of micro weddings. Yes, for sure. Very intimate, fun, where we almost know every guest and we know what you're drinking. We're like having fun with them and, almost by name at that point. But we've done weddings that are pretty big too. And even that's like we've had different setups where we had the trailer out front and then we were inside the barn. And like I said, the inside of the barn was all decorated just as like the trailer was. And it was, people are like, this is so pretty. And it's like, yes, we're connected both times. And it's, I mean, every wedding's been different. So uh, I can't say like we've done more of one than the other.
That's really good to know. And the fact that you guys can set up in two places at once is awesome because those bigger weddings, there's oftentimes two bars, just because it's bigger cocktail hour space, indoor,
Yes.
outdoors,
Hmm.
lots of guests, cuts down the lines.
Yes.
So that's an awesome thing to know about you guys.
Yeah, it's nice though to have like if you have a bigger wedding that we do have two setups, possibly three. That way nobody's waiting in line or that's always frustrating, especially at a wedding. You don't want to wait in line, especially when they're first coming in. We want to be able to like have drinks ready for you and get it going and everything go as smoothly as possible.
Amazing. So, two more questions for you before we
Perfect.
end the podcast. Question number one: why should a couple consider bringing in a mobile bar service to their wedding? Like, what's when we talked about all the cool things that you guys
Yeah.
do, but if you could sum it up, why should somebody consider that?
I think it definitely brings a unique touch to your already special day to make it even more unique and fun. To have the horse trailer there, to see it all set up, see your guest's face to be like, wow, that's so cool. To even just having the backyard bar without the trailer, have it set up. I think what sets us apart from, caterer, bartender, um, we do put a lot of thought into your vision and listening and even just going into all the ingredients being prepping but to being able to serve it. It's an honor. It sounds cliche but it really is an honor for someone to trust you to be a part of such a special memorable day. So having that type of meaningful for me, I think definitely shows in the work and the time. And you know, I think going with the mobile bartending service is well worth, well worth it for you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I always say like if your wedding vendor loves what they do, it's gonna be a great experience at your wedding. Like, that's, like, the number
Yes,
one thing to look for when hiring somebody is, do they love it? Because if they love it, they're gonna do a great job.
absolutely. Is it even working if you love what you do? you know?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I love that answer. And then the last question,
Okay.
um, it's a heavy hitter.
Okay.
What is your biggest tip for brides planning their weddings, both professionally and personally, if possible, if applicable?
So I think that's an opinionated question, but personally, watch your budget, stick to your budget, ask questions. There's no dumb question, especially when planning such an important day for you and your partner, your guests, and it's about you. It's about that memory for you and your partner. Um, so one, worry about your budget and focus on that, and focus on what is best for you and that makes you happy, because a happy bride, a happy customer, a happy client is the main goal. So you just focus on what makes you happy, um, and I think everything else will fall into place.
That's awesome. You're so right that weddings are such a big thing to plan, and
Hmm.
it's an important day too. And every single wedding is different.
Yes.
So because it's like a one-time thing, it's important to make sure that you're happy with everything that you choose, um, and that if you have a budget, that you're able to stick to it within reason, and
Yeah.
the part about asking questions, nope, like, it's very normal to not know what you're doing when you're
Yeah.
planning a wedding. It's a
Absolutely.
huge event, so many moving parts, and asking questions is, I think, welcome. At least
Yes.
in my case, I know in your case,
Yeah.
very welcome to ask questions, totally normal. Like, nobody's going to look down on you if you were like, actually, I don't really know what this
Yeah.
means, or I don't know how to work around this.
Hmm.
You are in plenty of company with you when you voice those questions. So
Yeah.
that's
Have no
very wise right
regrets.
there.
Have no regrets.
Yes.
Stay happy. Make it about you guys, because that's who it is about. Yeah. I think maintaining your happiness throughout the whole planning process. Ask questions and ask for help. Especially for vendors, that's what we're here for, to do, to make sure you're less stressed. So if you have 30 questions for me, I'm going to have 31 answers. Let's go. I'll do
I love
this.
that so much. Yes, we are here to help you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Mallory. It was so great to have you, and I'm so excited for you to be the new owner of the Backyard Bar Co.
Thank you so much. It was such an honor to be on here, and I am so excited to see what the future brings.
Guys, I love the Backyard Bar Co. so much. I am so excited for Mallory to be taking over. I could just tell how passionate she is about the business and how much she loves working with couples and curating cute cocktails to enhance their wedding day vision. Make sure you follow Mallory on Instagram at the Backyard Bar Co., all one word. And if you want to learn more, you can find their website and social links in the show notes. So if you love this episode, if you found anything helpful, please share this episode with anybody you know who's getting married soon, who might want a cute little vintage horse trailer bartending really cute drinks. And you can also share it to your Instagram story. Tag me if you do at Gabriella Marie Audi and also the Backyard Bar Co. And lastly, if you give this podcast a 5-star rating and review, that would be so helpful and mean the world to me, and will help get this podcast into the hands of busy brides who could use the advice. So thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Now go hug your person. I'll see you next Wednesday.